Hi, this is Ishmael. After the beep, leave me a message about a book you love. I transcribe and share at least one voicemail every day.
Hey, Ishmael. I wanted to tell you about a book that changed my life. It's called Through Gates of Splendor by Elisabeth Elliot. It's about 5 guys who had a very promising future in each of their different areas of life. And they decided to give that all away, to go down to Ecuador and try to reach an unreached people group as missionaries. And they were killed doing it. And it's kind of crazy if you're on the outside looking in. But anyway, I read this book just before I finished college, just before I went to Ecuador, and it ended up changing my life. The main 2 characters that I remember, one guy's name was Jim Elliot, and his wife, the widow, is the one that wrote the book. And there's another guy named Nate Saint. And Nate Saint ended up being my hero because he used his time, talent, and his mind to help others. He had an airplane, and he figured out a way to talk to people on the ground while flying the airplane without a radio. It was really neat. The one quote that sticks out in my mind is something that Jim Elliot said. It was, "To him who much is given, much is required." He's quoting the Bible. And when I went to Ecuador, it was the first time I had been to a developing nation. I watched how these people were living, and it just blew my mind. I realized I had so much, and these guys had so little. It really changed my worldview. So when I get quiet, or when I'm alone, or when I'm in front of a bunch of people, a lot of times I like to remember the words of Jim Elliot, "To him who much is given, much is required." Because these guys died to serve others, and even though they could have been famous football players or whatever, they chose not to. They chose to just serve people. And so as a Christian, that ends up really affecting how I live my life and helping me understand what's important. Anyway, thanks for listening. To him who much is given, much is required. Later, Ishmael.